Hello, and welcome to Prologue and Chapter 1 of my 0% LTC of Order of the Crimson Arm. It's been a while, so let's just start with another LTC suddenly, why don't we? I should explain that in OCA, as Order of the Crimson Arm is often shortened to, there is a tactician. I did not change any of the default settings for the tactician because he pretty much starts with what I would consider decently optimal settings. His name doesn't matter, of course, but as usual, the affinity can be of use, so I set it to ice, and the gender doesn't affect anything except for supports, but I won't be deploying him really past the force couple maps. So I can just keep him as is, for the most part. This first map is very straightforward. You just rush on ahead to the boss, taking care of all the enemies in your way. There's not really anything you can do to shorten it other than just making sure to reach the boss by turn 4, so that and specifically making sure that he can attack you on turn 4. So you can go ahead and wrap things up on player phase. I should talk about our two lords here, Camille and Algemus. Algemus is a very typical Ephraim style lord, I would say. He's nothing too exciting, especially in a 0%, and Camille is just a traditional dark mage who just happens to be a lord. Either way, that's the end of the first chapter. Or the prologue, rather. And that was completed in 4 torrents. Next, we move on to Chapter 1, which is a much more interesting map, in my opinion. It's a route map, something the early game and many Fire Emblems love to do, but because it's the early game, it's actually forgivable for once. Here we get joined by 3 new units. Actually 4, I mean. We get a new soldier named Cordis. He's pretty trash, not gonna lie. We get a healer, who will be a staff bot, who would have guessed. And we get Martel, a brigand. He's not too exciting evil, but he's very helpful throughout just for enemies who wield unusual type of weapons. Here, I should note that the formation every turn is actually quite important. Specifically, this formation with Camille is important. Just due to how the AI works, despite the fact that they can hurt Martel quite a bit more, I think due to just the fact that, and usually them not liking retaliation that does so much damage, for whatever reason, both this mage and mercenary will attack Camille on this first turn, if in this specific position. This also follow-up position with Ernst and Camille is also quite important, as we need to lure the 3 remaining enemies up north. Here, I actually get to show off something I actually hacked in. If you may remember from Don's latest run, that he added in that you could see the hit rates, as well as that he could check enemy range, as some nice quality of life adjustments. I decided to do the same, since obviously it's just very helpful. I haven't made it so that I can see stationary enemies. I'm trying to figure that out soon because it can be useful planning things in the future, but we'll see. Either way, the main thing here is trying to make sure that we damage these archers, if possible, which we do, as well as the fact that we need to make sure that the archer on the right doesn't try to get on that forest, as any resistance to damage can be quite annoying. as well as just mainly that 10% avoid getting in the way of things. Either way, this is just pretty straightforward, but actually more complicated than it looks. 3-turn Cleo. Thank you for watching, and I'm sure I'll see you next time.